My friends, this is the BYINTEK T5 Max, a projector that's at an excellent price. It's in stock in Brazil, comes with Google TV already on Android 11, and has great image quality and good brightness. After the intro, you'll learn all about this projector that I've been testing for about 2 months, and I have a lot of cool stuff to tell you. Let's start by taking a look at the contents of the T5 Max box. The contents are the standard ones we're used to seeing in these projectors. You'll find the projector itself very well packaged. There's the projector's remote control, power cable. It's just a traditional cable. The power supply itself is built in, which makes the projector a little heavier. One thing I really like is the aesthetics. The finish here is very beautiful. We have a fabric detail here on the front that creates a nice effect, making it look like a more expensive projector than it actually costs. The lens is positioned slightly to the right or left, depending on where you're looking. Here we have the autofocus sensor. At the bottom, there's the BYINTEK logo in the corner. On the side, it has 2 air vents for heat dissipation. So it's a projector that doesn't get very hot, as you can see on the bottom and back. It doesn't have a dust filter, meaning it's a projector with sealed optics, much more durable. Even on the top of the projector, there's a little button here that lights up when you plug it in and toggles between on and off, easy to use. On the bottom, we have the feet. There's a mechanism here to raise the projector, tilting it more, which helps depending on where you're projecting from. It also features that standard 1/4 tripod thread, which is great for mounting the projector on a tripod. We look for in a projector of this category on the back. It has Bluetooth 5.0. It's a remote that follows the BYINTEK standard, but before they used larger, slightly heavier, and white remotes. It might seem silly, but man, that makes a big difference, because the white remote starts to get very dirty on the back after a week of use, the keys get worn out, and it ends up looking bad. And here you don't have that problem because it's a dark remote, graphite with black keys. It's a remote that works via Bluetooth and has voice commands, from Google Assistant. So you can use it when browsing YouTube, you can ask it to open an app, search for a movie, but it's not just the aesthetics that make our T5 Max impressive. Here we have a projector with full HD resolution and native support for 4K decoding. That is, when you open its system, Google TV. Of course, you'll be playing 4K on a full HD projector, but you can still use this feature which helps deliver a little more quality and sharpness. It supports projection from a minimum of 40 inches to a maximum of 250 inches, although this information varies slightly. It also has Wi-Fi 6, 2 GB of RAM, and 32 GB of internal storage. Regardless, the available space is more than enough to download any app. And here's another great detail. This projector has official Google TV certification, meaning it's 100% optimized for navigation on the projector. It has all the apps: Netflix, Prime Video, Disney+, Paramount, Global Play, everything you want to download for streaming. There are other apps you can also download from the Play Store. You can even install an APK on the Google TV system, but it takes a little work. We have 2 5W speakers, meaning it has 10W of power. If you don't have a speaker system, it won't let you down. And with a detail here in the middle, see this? This is a passive radiator. The function of this little guy here is basically to improve the bass, to improve the sound in general. And with this passive radiator here, your experience of watching and listening to a movie, putting on a music video and listening to that music becomes much more comfortable. It's a very rare feature to find, even in more expensive projectors. And look, since I've already talked about experience, let me comment a little on my experience using this projector. What did I think of the image? First, it's extremely configurable. You can change a lot of things in the settings. Brightness, contrast, backlight intensity, sharpness, saturation. It has many interesting settings, both for the image itself and for sound and projection settings, including automatic adjustment of the keystone, or the trapezoid, that 4-point adjustment. It also has autofocus adjustment, which is very precise. The image is quite sharp, with good clarity, good detail, that classic texture of those LCD and LED projectors, which is a pleasant image to watch. You won't feel that it's a basic projector in terms of image quality. Quite the contrary, the saturation is extremely balanced. The contrast is also very good. What is the edge of the projector and what is the black image itself, which is a good sign. Cheap projectors usually have a difference, they look kind of grayish, and that doesn't happen with the T5 Max. Speaking of edges, it doesn't lose much in terms of image quality at the edges, but there's that classic focus issue, right? This type of projector will always lose a little focus at the edges. Overall, it's not the best image in the world, but in this category, in this price range, it's one of the best images you can find in a projector today. To wrap up the image quality, here's a cool detail. This projector has HDR, but it's not enabled by default. You have to go into the settings and activate HDR. Then, depending on the content you open, it will update the screen and show you HDR in the image settings on YouTube, for example. But if you just turn on the projector and open YouTube, HDR won't appear. Another very important point is the projector's actual brightness test. Is it really bright enough to use in an extremely bright environment? And the answer is yes. It projects very well with the lights on. It's not a projector for outdoor use, for daytime use, or in a cloudy environment with high brightness. However, if you use it indoors at night and turn on one or two lights, it will continue to project extremely well, as you can see from the tests I did here in the studio. It's fast, it has a very easy to configure system, very optimized, with all the streaming available, it has good image quality, a projector that works well with the light on and off, so, man, it's excellent. I think that for this price, this projector is very worthwhile.